Apparently this is my first time here at the Obzzarvatory. This is my old base. Let's do some introductions. This is my base from 3-4 months ago on an SMP server where I used to play. And then I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for a few months now. Nothing really going on there at the moment. Waiting for patch 1.2. Let's see if that shapes things up a bit. But in the meantime, I decided to play some Minecraft again. And as I haven't really made up my mind on whether I should keep playing on an SMP server or start anew from scratch, I haven't really been paying attention to what's been going on lately, patch-wise, content-wise. But so I just figured, well, we'll take a look at my old base while I make up my mind. And I think we can turn off the music. This is my old mushroom farm. Obviously this is a bit old. I haven't been on here for several months, at least 3 months, I'm pretty sure. So I'm suspecting that most of the things in this base is no longer working, but we'll have a little, we'll test it out a bit. Yeah. Well, the mushroom farm is working. It's not an optimal design. Not going to go into more detail on that. Let's turn it off. So, mushroom farm. As you can see, my entire base here is out on the water. Because I don't like to... Well, initially it had to do with, you know, mobs actually spawned, or friendly mobs or neutral mobs spawned based on certain criteria, so I figured if I make a grass patch out here that would focus them, that will be the only place they can spawn. Not so anymore, but still it serves a purpose. It's relatively safe, except for a few, what are they called, the long black ones? God damn, I've forgotten everything about this game. I can see there's still some lag. Let's use that one instead. Okay, so I can't get into my storage apparently. Well, this is my storage in here. I'm not allowed to enter that because of lag. So that's one reason why I'm not so keen on continuing on a multiplayer server. Tree farm over there. An elevator over here that doesn't really go anywhere. And yeah, I'm not going to take credit for how this works. The thing is, I'm not really that much of an inventor in this game, but I do pick up on other people's inventions and modify them slightly. And die. Yeah, there we go. I now remember the problem with that one. Where am I now? Okay. Things have happened here apparently. Okay. So that's not good. I seem to have lost... I have no idea where I am. This, I believe, is a train station well, at least sat around while they built some time ago. Now if I could find the entrance to this thing, that would be helpful. What the... Yeah, I don't really have time to play around with this. Well, things are not the way they were when I left. So I have been building some stuff. Is this the entrance? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, what are the chances that there is actually a minecart in this thing? Not huge. Is there a spare minecart? There is one. Also, I'll just do this. Oh, come on! Okay. So that means if I can make it, I'll have to run back to my base. And that is far. That is very far. But I think it's a slightly modified thingy, like how long it takes for things to despawn on this server, so it might be okay. This over here, I think, is my access tunnel. Looks like something I've built. Yep. Alright, so I'll do that run, see if we can get back to the base. This is a long run. Quite boring one too. There's nobody on here. I think it's... You can see the guys are chatting about Minecraft every now and then on our little Facebook page, but it doesn't seem like anyone is really active on this particular server anymore. So I'll probably be starting an offline map. The other thing with the offline, or to play offline, is I like to do like mechanics. Even though I'm not that good at it, I like to do it, and it's fun to make it work in multiplayer, but it's also much harder because everything has to deal with a certain amount of lag. So all those tight little timing based redstone functions always mess up in multiplayer. It'll be fun to actually make something that works because it should work and not because of other random factors. So we'll see. Oh, okay, I'll just run a little bit, not filming again. And we're on the way up again. Give you a chance to have a look at my little train station up here. Coming up from the water, of course. And yeah. This, I guess, is one of the larger projects I did on this server, making this train station. That probably doesn't work now. We'll take a look at it later. It is a shame to abandon all this though. But I guess so many new things has happened now that it's a good time, or as good a time as ever, to start from scratch again. Cows are still moving, I see. And it's all gone. Well, okay. That was a lot of good stuff lost, but oh well. I don't even know what it was. So, here's my little chicken machine. I think the principle should be familiar to... Well, this is nothing new, it's just my take on it. It works like load these egg kind of things in here. And this fills it up. And so on. And then you just let them swim around here for a little while. As they do, eggs will fall down that you can collect regularly. There can be quite a bunch of chickens in here, and then after a while you do this, which takes away the top layer of water and sends the chickens down across this fire, which would, if they were grown up, produce some grilled chicken. I think I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. It's better. So yeah, so normally the eggs just fall down here directly, and you can pick them up from the corners, or you can actually also go in here. This glass block here will not be there, neither will the water when it's in growing chicken mode. So now they can grow up again. Actually, let's put a few chickens in there just to increase the server lag. Should do it. Now they can swim around in there, grow up, become lovely cooked chickens. Alright, what else do we have here? Well, again, I no longer recall where I got the idea for this from, but this was, well, this is a cow slaughtering device. I'm sure I picked up on it from Doc M originally, and then I found someone else that did something else, and then none of that of course worked in multiplayer, so this system down here is more or less my own, I have to say. And basically the cows go around and around. It's like when I click here, well, this is completely messed up now, but when I click here they should move one forward. Of course, it's still pretty messy. When I clean it up, it usually works for a while. And then I click again. It should move one forward. There's a cart down there messing it up. So take it again. And then, of course, there should be two here normally. You feed one of them, the baby will fall down underneath. And there was another modification I had to do because of this is being multiplayer. It didn't work like whoever I got it from, so I had to change the design under here a little bit to be like this, and that way the calf will fall down and then be transported up here. While as the two cows, one will come down here, the other come down there, takes them out here again, and they will be in a circle. The reason they are moving all the time is because, well, there is a system where you don't actually have to have them moving, but in multiplayer that didn't work so well, so I had to put them in like constant movement for it to work. and the reason there's so much space in between is because, again, to compensate for lag. So this one will take longer than the normal spin, so during the time that they move forward, they must only, like, they will move out of the circle, and they will not move 2 circles. I've timed it pretty safely with those. So calf goes there, be transported up there, grows up for a little while up there, and then well, it seems there is people there anyway. And then I can choose to kill them. This way, when I open it, they will die. Like this. And if it's like this, when I open it, they will end up here, where I can put a cart, store them up, and I can just shoot them out into whichever lane there I have one missing. So it's just like a refill function. Let me have a chat with that guy, I'll be right back. So I died again, and this time I'm taking the non-cave route to my base. This is actually my very first base with a little strategic anti-mob device there, so they can't follow me, or I think they probably can now. They couldn't at the time. So my first little island here. With some necessarily food supplies and a bed, which I have now clicked, so hopefully I will respawn there the next time. My first little essential mining shaft. Get some basic resources. Well, it's just a cave down there. Yeah, you know, the more I look at this, the more I just feel like starting over again. Small scale, getting into the game. Because my old base has so much crap and none of it probably works now. Oh yeah, I forgot I can run. That would have been practical on the last try. So, I like to build on something flat. It's my old sign. It's pretty cool. Some loose chickens. This is another thing I would like to not have to deal with, this whole loading crap that is on multiplayer. Come on, load. It's just a tree farm. Yeah, I think I showed you the tree farm before. Just running around here, letting the base load for a little while. I think I was done showing you the cow system over there. Oh yeah, actually now we can... The chickens have come alive. Or grown up, I mean. So let's kill some chickens. See that system in action. It's kind of funny in multiplayer though, you can see like all the all the weird things there. Okay, let's see. So kill mode. I should know. See, there we go. Okay, let's go down, have a look. I'm probably gonna die again. I see I don't have much health. Yeah, there we go. Most of them dies. If I'm going to be filming this, I should probably get a new texture pack It's a little bit more visible. Hey, that wasn't a whole lot of chickens. Thought I put more than that. Oh well. Let's have a look at the other things. Over here. This one is kind of cheating. Because this was something... Let me think. Did I come up with this, or was this something I copied off of someone? No. Actually, this one particularly I think is just applied techniques. I didn't see this one specifically made anywhere else, but it's not really that creative. It just makes use of, you know, back when you could place those things. I don't know if you still can. I probably, like, you could pick them up with a special kind of pick, which name I can't recall at the moment. And then should probably eat something. There's like pistons up here attached to glass blocks, so that when, and yeah, there's like, hard to see anything here. It's only one wide, this grass thing, and I have a button somewhere where I can lift all those glass things off of the grass. The grass doesn't disappear because it's only glass on them. When I lift those up, mobs will start spawning here, and they will pretty much immediately fall down because of one, it's only one wide, and two, there's these sign things on the side that tricks the mobs into thinking this is actually a solid block here in the gap. So let's see that in action. Let's see if it still works. Where they put that button? There. So now all those things goes up. Should start spawning some pigs up here. And it looks like they're not as stupid as they used to be. Well, they still fall down. So they gather there, and then they should fall down into the central one, yes. And over there. And follow this elevator system, which admittedly I copied from someone, or at least parts of it. If I start making some new videos, I'll make sure to catch the names of whoever I get these ideas from and link them. It's just, this is so long ago, so I can't remember anymore. I was just watching all sorts of videos and forums and crap back then. So this is the way to transport pigs upwards that was the most effective, more or less. Is this on? Store. Yeah, it's on store mode now. So basically what it is some signs to hold the water up, then like, what is it, like a double one, a half slab, and up and up. It's actually, yeah, so it runs the right way basically. They don't fall down that often. Basically they can't really fail, and they can't die either. Sooner or later they come up here. It's the more fail-safe of all the... I think I rebuilt this like 15 times before it worked. Okay, and then they're up there, and it's simply just a hole. You open it, fall through some lava, come down, cooked pork, which coincidentally is just what I needed right now. There we go. Alright. Still enough. We don't spam the server with pigs. What else do we have? This thing over here is a version of the EATS road or ethos something transportation device that I'm very sure doesn't work anymore, but when it did work, it was pretty cool. Do I have any boats here? There's one. Not sure why it's there. Let's push it into... Well, yeah. This is the other thing with multiplayer that I hate. Things does not work the way they're supposed to. Everything glitches out. Like, this one is modified in many ways from Ethos' original thing. Because of multiplayer. Because things can't do corners and things can't do this and can't do that because it crashes and breaks and whatnot. But eventually, yeah, it's just a system to hold many boats. It will send them forward and then launch you over there, which is to my cave spider farm. Let's go down here. It's just my redstone test center, as it says. Oh. It's just like a safe area to test out redstone stuff. Practically measured up in some ways. Just because I'm in the middle of the water and I didn't have any flat ground to test anything. So I needed a platform, and this is it. All this wool, this is an SMP server, so I haven't cheated in anything. All this wool is basically just from the cave spider farm. That granted a lot of wool when I was using it to enchant. I have an enchantment room and a cave spider farm together. So that, while giving XP, also gave me a lot of wool or string. What else? This one is mine, actually. This is my design. It's not horribly complicated, but what it is, well, you can see what it is. I was making flowers, and I needed a quick way to gather it, so I was just running here with bone meal and then bone meal, shwop, flush it down there, another round of bone meal, flush it down, and all the flowers and everything that comes from it gathers a little here. It's a practical little thing to have. Just for making dye. This is, I think everyone has one of these or something similar. Just to see what that does. The only thing with this one that is better than at least most of the designs I saw at the time is it, well, this kind of contradicts my point, but usually you can grab all of them. Apparently not so this time. It should be 64 I got, but I got 62 only. It's usually very stable, it doesn't leave a lot of them laying around back there. What else? This is a pretty exact copy of Doc M, at least that's where I saw it. Not sure if he was the one that originally made it, but that's where I saw it. Of course it's been messed up by people now, but it's what it does. Let's see. This is my station. So this is... I have to say, this is probably what I've spent the most time doing. The selection system is not mine. I think that was Pear Squirrel, or whatever, however he pronounces his name, is where at least I found how to build one of these. Because, yeah, it's just... I'm not that good with redstone. I'll show you how it works. This is the back of it. Selection system. So yeah, that just makes it possible to all these lines, they go to different track selectors over there that allows me to go to different places. But the rest of the station is pretty much all mine. Well, I mean, bits and pieces. Of course, I haven't invented like this thing here. That I think this was Minecraft PG5 that came up with this sort of detection, what's it, passenger detection system. But like yeah, the storage might be interesting to see. Looks like this. And yeah, I know, this does not look very space efficient. However, this works in SMP. Pretty glitch free, as long as you have it sort of, as long as no mobs or anything gets in here, or stupid players gets in here and start pushing these around. If anyone is interested, I can explain this in more detail, but this essentially is the best way I've come up with for SMP storage. I know it looks huge, but it's very reliable. So, call a cart, and I will send forward any carts down here. It's a dispenser, in a way, but much larger and much less efficient, but works in multiplayer. That's the thing with it. Then you can just go to wherever I have chosen right now. If I wasn't in there, it would disappear down there and into the dispenser again. So now I'm apparently going to, well, somewhere, but I'm not going to go there. Right. Let's see. I'll run around to the next thing in my base. I guess this here is a pretty standard mob grinder. It's kind of in SMP again. You really never know, like with mob systems, exactly how they're gonna work. This one is, yeah, you know, it's basically 4 towers placed so that they will cover the most chunks with, I don't know, it's like 8 floors or something in the 7 floors maybe in each of them, which is 8 times 8, I believe. All the yeah, it's 8 times 8 times 4 platforms, 7 floors in each tower, 4 towers. On a single player server this should produce quite a bit, but here is completely random whether it sends me any mobs or not. Of course I made this just before they made those Enderman things jump out of water, so as a result afterwards it spawns a lot of Endermen in here. They don't pick anything apart, but they teleport out into my base, so my base is usually full of Endermen. And a semi-standard crashing device for the mobs, and a little hole if you want to kill them instead. I didn't really put much effort into this part because I made a cave spider system for XP instead. This here is just a little for work when you're working with stuff and you decide, oh, I really need an axe. You click and an axe comes up. and it's not as practical to reload because the reload is in here, but it does what it's meant to do. Like if all of a sudden there's a mob spawning in here and I don't have a bow, now I have a bow and I can kill that mob. Should probably have one for arrows too, but no, I shouldn't. That would shoot me. This one was an armor, well, not armory. I had a pressure plate here, which activated all these that contained armor at some point, since everything has been stolen now. But then they changed it so that these, what are they called again? You can't place pressure plates on them anymore, so it doesn't work anymore. Ah, come on. Ah! Come on. Okay, there we go. I'm out. One of the guys that plays on our server is called Bob, and this is just basically my little zoo for him, because he essentially lives underground. He never comes up, and I thought like it would be nice for him to have a little place to call home when he's above ground, so I've made a little zoo for him. You can actually go down here to feed him. Try to make it cozy for him. Little creeper he can look at. Little cave system to make it cozy and feel like home, and a little, let's see if this works. Yeah. So here he can have fun and dig all he likes. Well, it should, no, it bugs out. This again would probably work in single player. It should keep generating cobble, and he can axe away at it all he likes. Well, I have a bunch of crap all over the place. This one was my take on a wheat farm. Back when fences made it so that you couldn't destroy this dirt thing by walking on it. And did they change that back? Doesn't seem it. Oh. They did? That's cool. That means this thing would actually work again. Without... Well, I added this little path here in order to reseed it. Oh, no. Yeah. I actually made the effort to build pillars for everything you see on the top that looks like it's supported by pillars. Actually has pillars under the water all the way to the bottom as well. I got a little help from Bob on that. That is a ball in the air, and in the ball in the air I have, well, the bottom half of it I had planned to make, I don't know, something technical whenever something technical I hadn't already made showed up in this floor. But on the second floor I have already made something, which is my enchanting room. No, not enchanting room, my alchemy room. So it doesn't have a lot of fancy things with bottles dropping down from holes in the floor and all sorts of things, because, well, I don't really... While I like technical things, that seemed not practical to me. I mean, you could do it, but it wasn't really practical. So this was just how I would prefer to work with it. And the elevator water thing up doubles as like a refill thing for the bottles. So I have that in the center, and I can work with things here. And underneath here I have storage for everything alchemy related. Whoa, what's going on with my mouse? I have some sort of an auto run thing going on here. There we go. That I think covers most of the things I have in my base, at least. And I find myself not needing any of this. I find myself wanting to start fresh and explore the new additions to Minecraft. So I think what I'm going to do is I might get back on the server at some point, but for now I think I'll just start a small map and with no particular plan and see where that takes me, and hopefully it will get technical and entertaining and cool looking. Yeah, we'll see where that goes. If you like my style of building, or you can endure how I talk, then please subscribe. I've been waiting to make something for YouTube. I've not really had a good plan of what to do. I tried starting a Let's Play series for Star Wars, but then I kind of changed main characters so much that it didn't really work out. So we'll see. For now it will be a little bit of Minecraft, and who knows what's to come. I'm probably going to be trying Guild Wars 2 when that comes out, and there's a lot of other games, so we'll see.